and the Blue Valley Northwest Huskies. Of Lincoln Prep. Starting at guard, a 6'1" junior, number 1, Naeem Muhammad. Starting at guard, a 6' junior, number 3, Darian Brown. Starting at guard, a 5'7" sophomore, number 5, Zion Simmons. Starting at forward, a 6'3" junior, number 22, Nico Hunley. And starting at forward, a 6'5" junior, number 23, Aiden Napier. The head coach of Lincoln Prep is Marcus Johnson. And now, in their record 13th appearance in the A10 Varsity Showcase, the number 5 team in Kansas Class 6A, the starting lineup for the Huskies of Blue Valley Northwest. Starting at guard, a 6'1" senior, number 0, Grant Stubblefield. Starting at guard, a 6'5" junior, number 3, Gavin Hoffman. Starting at forward, a 6'5" junior, number 4, Jackson Clyde. Starting at guard, a 6'6" senior, number 12, Landon Brown. And starting at forward, a 6'7" junior, number 23, Joey Mattioni. The head coach of the Huskies is Aaron High.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Shawnee Mission Northwest and our continued coverage of Showcase number 28 of the A10 Varsity Showcase. And this is game number 3 of the day, another Missouri-Kansas matchup. We have the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers against the Blue Valley Northwest Huskies, and I'm joined by Sean Brewer.
How you doing, my man?
I'm doing just fine.
I kind of like this co-pilot seat gig. This is kind of nice.
I know, it makes things a lot smoother for sure.
I'm just going to sit back and look pretty. They say I've got a face for radio, so.
I'm just fine for that. Got 2 very talented teams here today, and we should have a fantastic battle. Got sort of a rivalry going on between the states of Missouri and Kansas, and I believe the series today is 1-1. with Olathe East winning the first game of the day, and then Barstow picking up a 20-point win over Eudora just a couple of minutes ago. But we are set for tip here. This is Landon Braun, the 6'6 senior, and the Huskies control the tip. This is Stubblefield across the midcourt line, and we are underway. The Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers stand at 4-3 this season, but have not beat a team from the Kansas side. They are 0-3 against Kansas opponents. Braun fakes on a 3, drives inside, a little floater, and that's what that 6'6 frame can do for you as he opens the scoring.
He's such a high IQ player. You can see it in everything he does. Look at him back there on defense.
Nice play to disrupt the layup, and now Stubblefield runs across, does not have numbers, and will slow things down. This is a Blue Valley Northwest team that went 21-4 in the EKL, no less, last year, as there's a nice find on the low block. And they finished as 6A runner-up. So this is a bit of a revenge tour for these seniors, as there's our first foul of the game, a little reach on Stubblefield. Lincoln Prep has been a ever-improving program, and that is shown by their appearance here today. They were 11-10 in the COVID season of 2020 and improved to 19-8 last year. Looking to build on that this year. This would certainly be a statement win. That is knocked away, but stays with the Blue Tigers.
And Stubblefield, you know, he's the multi-sport athlete. And he is going to be all over this court. He's going to be scoring, but he's also going to be doing it on defense. And one of the overlooked parts of his game is on defense that we saw right there.
It's a very tough Blue Valley Northwest team defensively. Driving with the left is Brown. He spins into the lane. And now Stubblefield all the way up the court into the middle of the lane, and that is an unguardable layup from Joey Mattioni, the 6'7 junior, who is the tallest player on the court today.
But how about Gavin Hoffman on the assist? Great vision to see his guy I wonder if that happened before or after he stepped out of bounds. That was awful close, but certainly give deference to the officials.
Lincoln Prep has drawn a couple of fouls early, but it is a 6-0 advantage for the Huskies in just a minute 30. In the backcourt now, this is Simmons. Gives to Brown. Brown looking towards the low block. Northwest starting in man, but head coach Aaron Eim is known for throwing out multiple defenses in a quarter, so that is a look that we could see change. As Hunley passing back up top. Long possession here for the Blue Tigers, a strip. Brown took that away. And now this is Stubblefield drives. He'll take it himself. Left-handed layup does not go, but a blocking foul.
What a great job he does using his body to his advantage to give just enough space in order to get off that shot. He is rewarded with the trip to the stripe on that one. Well done.
Of course, Blue Valley Northwest, the high school where Christian Brown played his high school ball, had a successful career and a national championship win at Kansas, and is currently playing with the Denver Nuggets as Stubblefield's first free throw of the day is right there. It is a quick 7-0 lead on this neutral court for the Huskies. Second free throw rattles home, and Blue Tigers find themselves quickly down 8. And now we've got a timeout used almost immediately by head coach Chris Maccabee, so we will step aside. Our score is 8-0 in favor of the Huskies. So restarting play here inside of Shawnee Mission Northwest High School. It is an 8-0 lead for the Kansas side team, the Blue Valley Northwest Huskies. Lincoln Prep needs to fight back. There's another tip out of bounds, and that has been a real problem for the Blue Tigers so far. It's just the pressure of the Huskies in their own back half.
I think that's why Coach Marcus Johnson wanted that timeout. He needed to tell his team how to appropriately break that press, that three-quarter court press that the Huskies been thrown at him, have been pretty successful with.
Now up top with the ball is Muhammad. He moves right to left. Takes it back out to Hunley, who swings for Brown. Brown dribbles with his left. Awkward little step, but recovers. Open three-point look at the top of the key is off the backboard and brought down by Mattioni. This is Stubblefield, gives left side. Now Stubblefield driving. Brown thought about a three, kicked it back out to Stubblefield, and his three-pointer is short, but gets his own rebound, drives up and under. That's a dream play for a coach.
How about that second effort, followed his shot. He's rewarded with an easy bucket underneath, or at least he made it look easy.
There's a foul in the backcourt. That is 3 fouls in 3 minutes, and that will lead to the substitution of Jackson Klein, talented 6'5" junior. He's got another campaign after this one. Very exciting player for the Huskies.
Or Hoffman and Klein brothers, because looking at their flowing locks of hair, you can't help but wonder.
They look identical, and there's only a couple of inches of height separating them. That is an open three-point look for Zion Simmons. Those are the first points of the day.
Great isolation play to get Zion Williams, or Simmons, beg your pardon, open.
He's not quite Zion Williamson. That three-pointer is battled for underneath, and Mattioni is fouled, going up for 2.
For the first time today, I think I've seen both sides of the court just crashing the boards. I think everyone on the floor right now was within about 6 feet of one another trying to get that rebound. That eventually went to the Huskies.
Mattioni's free throw rolls off the left side, and another substitution for the Huskies for our possible brothers. As Trevor Garlington checks into the game. Mattioni rolls that one in. Took a little bit, but he goes 1 of 2 at the line, and pressure is back on. That is thrown away. Brown picks it up, spins into the lane, right-handed floater, and how do you guard that? Such precision. Lead is back up to 10.
The best way to beat a press is to dribble through it, and for the first time, I think Lincoln Prep and Darian Brown do just that.
Brown tries to dump it off on the low block, but scooped up by Garlington. Now Northwest wants to run. Inside for Mattioni, he spins, draws a jump, and it is a 12-point advantage in a hurry for the Huskies.
You know, the record is what, 1-2 coming into this contest?
But they've played such a hard schedule. They have not played anybody from the Kansas side or really from the Kansas City area. They played a game in Columbia, a game in Springfield, and then I believe another game in Springfield. So it has been a very challenging season. No doubt the 1-2 record is not telling the whole story, as there's a double dribble called in the lane. And
that's a call that I don't think Braun was really happy about. Kind of expressed his displeasure, and he still is out there. There's the 2-2-1 press again. Boy, that's just been lethal.
That is an awkward inbounds play, but Lincoln Prep breaks the press again, and that is 2 quick fouls on Brown. Or excuse me, a double dribble is not a foul, but a reach-in is, and Lincoln Prep will have it on the far sideline.
You know, that press that they're showing, you know, early on they did a lot better job of trapping. They've kind of let off just a little bit, but really the results are still the same.
That is a long inbounds play. It pans out as ball is received in the far corner. Lost a couple of times, but recovered. Stubblefield pokes at it. Now Brown with it.
How about Cornelius out there? Aaron Cornelius, the 5'10 sophomore, going in against the big guy on the right wing.
That's a nice drive, but the layup is left short by Hunley, who is Lincoln Prep's second tallest player at 6'3". Now Stubblefield to the corner, open three-point look, and that is right there for Jake Fritz. That's not a shot you want to give up often. He makes the Blue Tigers pay, and now a steal. Brown has it on the floor, and a whistle and a foul is called on Darian Brown for reaching in. Call that a frustration foul after losing the ball.
Jake Fritz, no relation to the longtime coach Ed Fritz, who's now north of the river.
Aiden Bamer checks into the game, and he just won an award for being the best defensive lineman in the state of Kansas. So very, very physical player in the low block.
I still say he's a better tight end than he is a defensive lineman. But you look at him, and he's certainly got the size to do both.
That is no doubt an aspect. You've got Stubblefield, who's such a tough running back on the football field. You've got the best defensive lineman in the state. It's a physical Blue Valley Northwest team, and they play with their strength. That's a nice take, and basket will count +1. The old-fashioned way for Jackson Klein. They're getting everything they want and more.
So fundamentally sound this Northwest team is. And I don't want to be too effusive with the praise because Lincoln Prep's doing some nice things, but quite frankly, just the size and the experience of the Huskies really kind of the difference here so far.
Free throw rims out and ball is cleared. Now Brown is in some traffic and draws a foul on Bamer.
These back guys here for Lincoln Prep, they are going to have to come up. I think they're in practice. They're used to being back on the baseline. They're waiting for the play to come to them. But there is just too much pressure being applied by the Huskies.
Ellis Von Fintel, who might win our coolest name competition, throws it into the backcourt. Lincoln Prep needs to find a basket to stop this run. Dribbling to the right side is Cornelius, gets back to Von Fintel. Now in the low block, a up and under layup, and that doesn't go.
Gotta follow your shot, young man.
Now driving to the right side is Fritz. He hands off to Stubblefield, who swings it through. Now Bamer. This is Stubblefield with it up top. Drives through the zone. Left-handed layup is good, +1. Grant Stubblefield is unguardable right now. And the lead will be 20 with this free throw.
We've seen a lot of athleticism so far here today. But there's not, at least yet, been a player that makes it look so easy, as does Grant Stubblefield.
Free throw is left short, and rebound is fought for. Going to get a whistle and a foul which does put Lincoln Prep in the bonus.
You don't see that too often, Mr. Sullivan. 2:02 left in the first, and already one foul away from the bonus.
Northwest is very close to free throw land as well. Stubblefield pokes that out of bounds. He is just everywhere. It is a 19-point advantage for the Huskies, and it is still the same full court pressure we've seen all quarter.
And they're still dropping them back.
See if that pans out as Napier gets the ball. Now Brown. Brown moving to his right. Kicks to the corner von Fintel. Stubblefield went down in the pack there. Now Brown. A whistle and a foul, and Darian Brown will go to the free throw line. If you can't find any success in the field, there's always the stripe, and Darian Brown will try to convert.
You know, he's listed as 6 foot tall on our rosters. You know, I won't take issue with that, but I think the way that his style of play maybe is more representative of someone not quite his stature, but he's playing with the heart of a 7-footer.
Free throw rolls out, and now we're going to get a jump ball called.
Right there.
Brown and Napier hustling for that, but when they do win possession back, it will go to the Blue Tigers as Hunley checks back into the game.
3 points for the Blue Tigers. They're coming in averaging almost 60 a game, so we know they can put up points in a hurry.
Gonna get a foul there as
gosh.
Bamer picks up his second.
Are they going to call that a sack or just a foul?
Very physical foul in the low block.
Bamer with offers from Ivy League schools, Yale. I think he's got one from Stanford, all over the place. Clearly indicative of somebody that doesn't put a lot of effort in the classroom. I say that tongue-in-cheek, of course. Testament to the dedication that all these players have when they reach that level and qualify for some offers. That's more than impressive.
Hunley goes 1 of 2, and the rebound is cleared easily by Will Rauter, a senior getting some first quarter playing time. Now Fritz to the left side of the court. This is Hoffman. Hoffman with a risky pass. It is corralled up top by Garlington. Now Fritz with it. Up top, this is Bamer. He swings it to the right side. Rauter is doubled, gets out of it. Now spins away from the basket. Bamer making some room. Bamer puts it up. It doesn't go. Great hustle from Fritz, and he puts it in.
How about Jake Fritz on that rebound, that second effort, the hustle underneath? For all you kids watching at home, you watch that play underneath the basket and how strongly the Husky team is crashing the boards, picking up a lot of trash underneath and putting it back in for points.
50 seconds to go, first quarter. It's a 20-point lead, largest of the game for the Huskies. Risky pass, but Brown pulls it down. Now on the right side, driving, scooping, and rolling it off the rim was Cornelius. Now on the left side, this is Garlington. He slows down. Hoffman drives in, left-handed layup doesn't go. Ball poked up in the air. Controlled by Cornelius. He moves to the right side, swings to Brown. Brown for von Finkel. He has an open three, and he makes it count. Good look there from Lincoln Prep, and it's just their second made field goal of the day. Cuts the lead down to 17. Bamer corrals a high pass. Numbers now for the Huskies. This is Hoffman for 3. It misses everything, but finds Bamer. You can excuse that as a pass. More rebounds being fought for. Fritz throws it up before the horn, and that basket will count. So at the end of one, our score is 26 for the Blue Valley Northwest Huskies and 7 for the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers. We will be right back. So we are restarting our second quarter of play with the Blue Valley Northwest Huskies up by 19 points. Grant Stubblefield will inbound the ball. He will throw it into the front court. And now Brown with its starters back out there, except for Garlington, and that is an easy hook for Joey Mattioni. Lead up to 21. On the near sideline, that ball is corralled by Hunley. He throws it into a dangerous area, and outrunning is Garlington, who lays it up and in. And we've got an injury on the near side. Nico Hunley was a little bit shaken up at the end of the play, and he will get off on his own merit, which is always good to see. Aiden Napier comes back into the game. Now Brown gives to Von Finkel. The pressure is definitely backed off this quarter for the Huskies, but they're still going to jam the passing lanes. This is Brown. Gives to his senior partner in crime. Landon Brown throws it down. And the lead is up to 25. Great transition play from two teammates who have been doing this for a long time. Veterans of the sport. They know what they're doing. Von Finkel for three. That does not go, but offensive rebound, and that is exactly what Lincoln Prep needs more of. Devontae Joes with a fantastic layup, the senior, but Brown is already scoring on the other side to answer that bucket. So 25-point game. Huskies an EKL favorite, and showing you why. That ball is lost out of bounds, and it will go the Huskies' way. Now seeing some full court pressure from the Blue Tigers. Nothing too intense. Huskies break it, just showing a little bit more defensive assertiveness. Stubblefield crashes into the lane, drives, shoots with his left. Unguardable and just silky smooth from Grant Stubblefield. He is well into double digits. And the lead is 27. Mattioni strips at it. Ball given underneath. Garlington with some hustle. Rolled up and off the rim. Brown clears the rebound. 1-1 territory for the Blue Tigers. Not quite yet for the Huskies. That is Garlington. Misses everything. Finds Mattioni, who gets his man in the air. Puts up a layup. That does not go. Ball stripped at, and that foul is on the floor against Brown.
What did I miss, partner?
You missed some good transition play from the Huskies, same as the first quarter.
I was telling our good cameraman up here, Darren Kilo, that I doubt we'll get into triple digits today, but never know.
On pace. That is a little over-the-top lob. Brown is open for three, drives the lane. We're going to get 3 seconds in the lane called on Mattioni. So the ball will go the other direction. Well, Finkel gives to Brown. Now driving all the way to the basket and losing it out of bounds, but a foul is going to be called on Mattioni. That was Devontae Joes, who crashed through the lane and drew the foul. It is a 2-shot opportunity. Excuse me, this is Braden Saunders. We've had some number changes on the roster today. Dominic Mattioni, brother of Joey Mattioni, has checked into the game after the foul on Mattioni, and he clears that rebound. This is Stubblefield across the timeline, crosses over, goes to his left. Now Brown fakes out, gives to Mattioni, whose three is just off. Offensive rebound, though, and that is just the height advantage shown in full. Got another timeout from Marcus Johnson and the Blue Tigers. He will step aside. The score is 38-10 in favor of the Huskies. So we restart play here. It is a 38-10 advantage for the Huskies, who have been dominating the Blue Tigers, but Blue Tigers not quite out of it yet. They've been showing more offensive life by the minute. That is Simmons giving over to Brown. Brown moves to his right. Crosses over, dumps it down low for Napier, who gives back to Brown in the corner. And he drives the lane. Shut down there. And Saunders walked with it before putting the ball on the ground. The Huskies will take another turnover. Don't have that stat in front of me, but I'm sure it is pretty skewed in favor of the Northwest Huskies. Now Hoffman dribbling with his left, gives it in the near corner to Brown. Stubblefield backs up, crosses over. He's got Brown pressuring him a lot out there on their little island. Now he finds Brown in the middle, but the other Brown takes it away. Spelled B-R-O-W-N, not B-R-A-U-N. Now Von Finkel into the lane. Napier backing down Mattioni, and he committed some violation. They will get him for a 3-second violation, but also might have been able to get him for a travel. Sylvester Crow checks into the game, the 6-foot sophomore for Lincoln Prep. You see the difference in the youth and experience that Blue Valley Northwest holds an advantage in, and emphasis on that experience. The games they've played out of state, their first 5 games will be, they've got a game against Kip Academy after this, who are a Missouri school, not too far from Lincoln Prep. There is no understating that this is an experienced group, and like we mentioned, the state run last year, you just can't replicate playing in a state final game. That is an open jumper that rolls off the rim. Not quite Sylvester Crow's day so far. Now Stubblefield crosses over, splits the defenders. Layup does not go. Brown grabs it for himself, puts it up, and a whistle and a foul. Brown will shoot 2. That move that Stubblefield makes, Blue Tigers have had no answer for, just splitting those first 2 defenders. He has been way too good at that. Brown's first free throw is off the back iron. And a couple of subs. Garlington will check back out for Jake Fritz, and now a late substitution. Cornelius comes back into the game, as does Hunley. 3:40 to go in this first half. Brown is 1 of 2 at the line. The Blue Tigers are back to face the press. That is a good trap on the near sideline, but Cornelius able to escape. Now a corner 3 look is very strong, and Stubblefield grabs the rebound. Stubblefield bullet pass up to Fritz. He has options. He takes it himself all the way in. That rolls off, but a blocking foul is whistled. And a couple more free throws for Jake Fritz.
It's his first personal foul. It's number 8. Jake Fritz, shooting 2 shots.
Reminder, this is just game 3 of 6 today. Here at the 8-10 Varsity Showcase, the 28th edition of this wonderful event that brings some of the best in the city all to the same building. It has been a fun day of basketball so far. If you're thinking about coming out for the night games, you should. $5 for students and $7 for adults.
Checking in for Lincoln Prep, number 1, Naeem Muhammad.
The home team, Shawnee Mission Northwest, both the girls team and the boys team, will be playing tonight at 5:30 and 7 respectively. It will be a packed house. They have a sectioned off area where the student section can sit, which is a sign of rowdiness, no doubt about it. Now a great trap up top, but Muhammad gets out of it. Cornelius passes up top to Zion Simmons. Simmons working on Stubblefield. A little crossover move, nothing there, so Cornelius. That ball is just lost on a hard pass. Mattioni tried to leave it for Stubblefield behind his back. Ball rolls out of bounds. Bamer and Router will check back into the game. Now Bamer is wide open in the paint and uses his height and strength to lay that in. (44-10) is our score. 34 points is the largest margin of the day. Now Muhammad gives to Cornelius. Cornelius swings. Muhammad to the right side, poked away by Router. 2:05 to go first half. Inbounds play for Lincoln Prep. That is thrown into the backcourt, and Stubblefield is going to get there first and lay it in. So he picks up a couple easy points as Darian Brown will check back into the game for the Blue Tigers. This is Simmons driving with his right, gets a step on Fritz, tried to leave it to the other low block, but it is picked off by Bamer, who threads the needle, finds Mattioni, and that is beautiful basketball from the Huskies. Dominic Mattioni knew he was getting that ball the whole time. And lays it in, and now a foul is called on Router.
Huskies foul number 13, Will Router. That's his first personal foul, team foul number 10.
This will be our first time seeing Colin Matile today. That free throw hits the back iron.
Darian Brown, in for the Huskies, number 10, Colin Matile.
Second free throw opportunity for Cornelius. He leaves that short as well, and if you're Lincoln Prep, you just don't want to leave those free ones at the line. Matile with it, gives to Fritz. Now Router gives to a cutting Mattioni, and Dominic Mattioni is making his presence felt. That's 6 for him, all in this quarter. They have all been very similar, just cuts, finding layups. That hits the bottom of the backboard, but a whistle and a foul on Fritz. And a couple of shots coming no matter what, as Lincoln Prep has been in the double bonus for some time.
Darian Brown shooting 2 shots.
Darian Brown will have a couple from the line. First one rolls in and out. .104 to go in the first half. Very lopsided score here. And in fact, Blue Valley Northwest is on a 16-0 run right now. It has been a game of runs for them, and that leads to a lopsided score line. 54 seconds to go, first quarter. Fritz gets a step and goes for a slam. He almost put that home. It goes off the back rim. That is some incredible bounce from his frame, and now Bamer out to Mattioni. Mattioni rolls out, and the rebound is cleared uncomfortably, but Brown recovers it. Now Brown dribbling, and a reach is called against Router, who has picked up his second of the half.
Huskies foul number 13, Will Router. That's his second personal foul. Darian Brown shooting 2 shots.
Darian Brown, who scored the first points of the day for Lincoln Prep, puts that free throw right through. Got about 30 seconds to go in the half as the McPherson ladies team files in. They will play the game following. That free throw is also put home, so Brown hits both. Stops the Huskies' run. It's a 38-point ball game. It's Mateo with it, the 5'10 junior. Swings it to Fritz. Fritz with his left. That ball is picked off as Muhammad drives all the way in, lays it up, doesn't go. Rebound fought for. This is Cornelius with a long three that goes. He got that off before the buzzer, so both quarters have ended with buzzer beaters. Cornelius trims the lead down to 35 as we go into halftime. It is 50-15 in favor of the Huskies. You're watching the A10 Varsity Showcase, 28th edition of it at Shawnee Mission Northwest High School. We are ready to restart play here at Showcase number 28, the 8-10 Varsity Showcase. And it is a lopsided score at halftime, 50 for the Blue Valley Northwest Huskies and 15 for the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers. But a little bit of momentum for the Blue Tigers to build on after Arian Cornelius's nearly half-court buzzer beater at the half. This is Darian Brown moving into the front court. Layup is blocked, and Stubblefield saves it from going out of bounds. The starting lineup is out there for the Huskies, and they've been running and gunning all day. It's a nice save underneath from Hoffman. Mattioni swings to Stubblefield, top of the key, and he will knock that down all day if you leave him open. Those are our first points of the second half. This is Simmons, swings it to Muhammad. Muhammad back for Nico Hunley, 6'3" junior. That runner from Simmons goes long. Now Brown. Brown gives to Stubblefield. Nice little swing around. It's Mattioni open for three this time. That does not go, but open rebound. Layup doesn't go. Follow doesn't go for Mattioni. Still inbounds, and a fourth possession here for the Huskies. Now Brown crosses through the lane. Open three-point look. That doesn't go, and this time the Blue Tigers clear the rebound. Transition here from Simmons. He will drive for a layup and got blocked by Brown, and if Brown didn't block it, Stubblefield was going to. Now the Huskies come back down the floor, and Stubblefield wants to slow things down. Down low, Mattioni was getting grabbed, but puts it in nonetheless. Joey Mattioni puts the lead up to 40. Remember, if we hit the fourth quarter with a 30-point or more spread, we will have a running clock. Mattioni pressuring the ball up top. This is Hunley. Gives to the right side. Lincoln Prep has played a 7-man rotation all day, and you're starting to see some fatigue. This is Stubblefield, goes up and lays it in. Bench wanted a dunk, but at 6'1", that was going to be a challenge even for the athletic Stubblefield, and he shares the laugh with Coach Aaron Eim, who is also telling him to dunk it. All smiles for the Huskies. Up 42, this is Brown. Brown, little stutter step on the left side, cutting into the lane, and a foul is called on Stubblefield. Cornelius checking into the game. 2 minutes played in this second half. This is Brown with it. Brown finds Hunley. Brown again down low. Aiden Napier working on Mattioni. Crosses over, still working. Brown tips it, and Brown takes it away. Now transition, threading the needle. That is a great pass and a slam to punctuate it. Gavin Hoffman throws it down, but it was Landon Brown with the pass through a couple of defenders to find an open Gavin Hoffman. Lead is 44. This is Brown. Darian Brown crosses over to the right side, drives, and is off the side of the backboard. Klein gives back to Brown. Stubblefield in traffic, gets through it. Stubblefield is grabbed before he could find Mattioni on the low block. Basket will not count. Checking in is Von Finkel. Von Finkel will guard Brown. Inbounds play, and Brown goes for a posterizing jam. He is fouled on the attempt. And that will be a couple of free throws for Landon Brown. 6'6" and a senior who's been around the game all his life. Landon Brown, one of the best players in Kansas this year. Showing you why today in double digits, along with Stubblefield and Mattioni. Garlington will check back into the game. That free throw off the back iron. Von Fintel clears the rebound. But Garlington was getting the shooters, so he will stay at the scorer's table. 44-point ball game, 4:30 to go, third quarter. Into the lane is Brown, finds the left block, and a whistle and a foul is called against Landon Brown. He blocked a shot attempt, so no basket, but free throws follow for Nico Hunley, and that is a heads-up play from Brown to block the shot attempt, because even if they whistle you for a foul, you can still go get the shot. There's no problem with that. That's just the heads-up play. Free throw is right there for Hunley. Stubblefield re-enters, although you've got to imagine his day, along with the rest of the starters, will be done pretty soon here. Brown clears the rebound. We apologize for your close-up of our colleague Sean Brewer. Foul was committed on the rebound. So Lincoln Prep concedes possession. Garlington is fouled in the backcourt. Von Fintel might have gotten away with the first one, but the second one will be called for a reach. A reminder to stay tuned for the matchup following this one. St. James Academy and McPherson, two teams who are unlikely to see each other throughout the regular season, if not for this great event. They will play in the 4 o'clock window, our fourth game of the day. If you're keeping track of the state series, Kansas will take a 2-1 lead at the conclusion of this one. Olathe East winning earlier today. And then in our 12:30 window, it was a victory, our 1 o'clock window, it was a victory for the Barstow Knights. Brown has the rebound taken away by Von Fintel. Good hustle play from the sophomore. 3 at the top of the key, doesn't go, and Mattioni has the rebound this time. Stubblefield thought about a long outlet pass, but did not go for it, and now Brown with a nice up and under. This is Darian Brown across. Dribbles to his left side. On the right side, this is Simmons. Cuts in, is fouled. Count the bucket for Zion Simmons, who's been a positive for Lincoln Prep today. The 5'7" sophomore, fighting for every point he has. I believe he is up to 5 now and can add a 6th. Unless Lincoln Prep can cut this deficit 12 points, we will have a running clock in the fourth quarter. Garlington brings that down to Stubblefield. Got through a triple team, which means that somebody's open, and Bamer given way too much time and space there as he puts it in. +1. Let's check into the game is Devontae Joes for the first time today. That is Jace Henson.
How does my dad sound?
There is some jersey changes against what the roster reflects today for Lincoln Prep, so I apologize. This is Darian Brown, point guard for the Blue Tigers. Dribbles with his left, skips a pass to the corner. This is Henson. Gives back to Brown. Brown, crossover, little spin move, trying to create space. Open jumper for Cornelius was passed up in favor of a layup that just rolls off, and that's nothing but unlucky for the sophomore. Bamer looking to get the ball on the low block, taken away by Brown. Good defense from Darian Brown. Now, Garlington left open. Bamer goes for the rebound. It is off his knee and out of bounds. And it goes to Lincoln Prep. Grant Stubblefield and Landon Brown still out there for the Huskies. Stubblefield guarding the ball. This is Darian Brown moving to the right of him. Gets a step on him, but the layup goes off the backboard, and then a little lapse in translation there as the ball goes out of bounds. And the Blue Tigers will retain possession. That is an inbounds pass that goes all the way back in the backcourt. Lincoln Prep taking advantage of the space they were given. Grant Stubblefield picked off a pass like that earlier. Good adapting there. Von Fintel left open, it does not go, nor hit the rim, and Stubblefield holds the ball. Stubblefield drives with his left, tries to find along the low block. Layup is put up, does not go. Bamer fights through 4 defenders to grab it. Stubblefield puts up a 3, and he hits a 3. Grant Stubblefield, who leads all scorers in this contest, adds another 3 to his total. 48-point game. Brown crosses over, trying to create space on Stubblefield. Andrico Bondar has checked into the game for the Huskies. Senior, getting some minutes and holding the ball now. He puts it up ahead. This is Fritz. Fritz all the way across. Stubblefield wasn't behind the three-point line, so put it down low. Fighting was Bondar, but the ball goes out of bounds and to Lincoln Prep. Aiden Napier has checked back into the game. .30 seconds to go, third quarter. Napier with it down low. Napier spinning, still working, trying to get fouled, puts it up and in. Aiden Napier is on the score sheet for the first time today. Now Garlington, Stubblefield, they can hold for last shot here. This will likely be the last we see of Grant Stubblefield today. Stubblefield puts up a 3, it does not go. Bamer tips it, Garlington puts it up, and it would not have counted. Anyway, at the end of 3, our score is 69 for Blue Valley Northwest, 23 for Lincoln Prep. We'll have a running clock fourth quarter when we come back.
It is Blue Valley Northwest.
69-23 is our score. Jake Fritz gives the ball down low. Now crashing in with the left was Bunyan. He gives to Bamer, who is fouled going up. That was a hard collision underneath. He went down with Braden Saunders underneath.
Two runaway performances for the Bullpup girls, and now they get to 4-1. And although they were able to get off to a 10-2 start last night, Richfield did make it difficult for the Pirates.
Bamer will attempt the old-fashioned three-point play. For our next game, we will have the McPherson radio broadcast for you in the St. James versus McPherson women's contest. Crossover move by Brown. Brown is fouled on his way to the hoop and made a nice reverse layup that will not count. Dominic Mattioni is checking in for the Huskies.
Down low, and of the year in the league last season, she was held to just 7 points. So a 54-30 win last night for the Bullpup girls in Winfield. And again, here at Shawnee Mission Northwest High School.
Darian Brown holds the ball, trailing by 48 points. Gives to Saunders. Saunders crosses over and is fouled there by Mattioni, who just kind of crashed in a little bit late. This is Brown working on Garlington, who has found a lot of minutes today. A little runner that doesn't go. Napier fights for it and is fouled underneath the basket. Now checking back into the game is Bondar. Excuse me, Bondar was still in the game. That is Chase Martin, the junior. Brown almost lost it out of bounds, recovered it. Now in the corner, three-pointer is short. This is Fritz. Fritz swings underneath, great pass, up and under. Clever layup there from Chase Martin. His first 2 points today. We have reached the 50-point mark in our spread. Underneath, Napier had it stripped, but it will stay with Lincoln Prep. We've got 5 game time and real minutes left in this ball game. It is an impressive showing at the showcase for the Huskies, who really had this game out of question by the first quarter, starting with a 10-0 run, 26-7 the first quarter and 50-15 at the half. Just a suffocating 3/4 court press from Aaron Eim. It's a look that all Blue Valley Northwest fans are very familiar with. It was just too much to handle. This will get both teams back to 500. Blue Valley Northwest will improve to 2-2, and Lincoln Prep will drop to 4-4. That is intercepted by the Huskies. This is Fritz. Don't want to leave him open, and he knocks it down. A deadly three-point shooter. I think I said the same thing about him in the first half when he was left open like that. He's just not the guy to leave open at all. Smile on his face as he adds to his total of 8 today. Almost a strip there for Colin Matile, but Brown steps into a 3 and knocks it down. Darian Brown leading the Blue Tigers today. That is dribbled out of bounds.
Checking in for Lincoln Prep, number 1, Naeem Muhammad, and number 10, Sylvester Crow.
Naeem Muhammad and Sylvester Crow check back into the ball game. 3:13 to go. Brown trying to find some space. Goes right at Matile and lost it out of bounds on his own merit. Wanted to foul, but no whistle. Lincoln Prep applies some full court pressure, but nothing too intense. Matile trying to clear it on his own. Gives to Martin. Fritz swings it up top. Mattioni thought about it. Now passes down low. Mattioni takes a deep 3, and that rims out. Fritz grabs the rebound. Fritz spins inside. He's stripped inside. Ball goes out of bounds into Lincoln Prep. .2:19 to go in the ball game. This is Muhammad, crosses over. Attempted a little give and go there, is swatted away. Mattioni intercepts for a second time, crossing over. gives to Martin. Martin drives, swings it all the way around. Corner look for Chase Martin is short. Put back up and in by Enrico Bondar. Senior adds to his total. Blue Valley Northwest reaches the 80 mark. Three-pointer rolls off the rim, and we've got a minute 30 to go here. That is Bondar making some space and putting in a layup. Minute 10 to go in the fourth quarter. Zion Simmons checks back in. That is tipped and picked off. Now Martin. Martin slows up. Slows all the way up, put it down low. Layup doesn't go, but a whistle and a foul. And this could take us to the end of the ball game here. Will Rauder is shooting the free throws. 6'3" senior. Takes his time and puts in the first one. Got 20 seconds to go in the ballgame. Darian Brown will check out. Valiant effort today from the point guard. Dealt with a very intense press all day long. Rauder missed everything and gets heckled a little bit by his own student section. But it is all smiles on the Husky side as that half-court shot hits the top of the backboard. That does it for our coverage of Game 3 of Showcase 28. Our final score, 83 for Blue Valley North and 28 for the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers. It is a statement win for Aaron Imes' program as they get back to 500. We will take a break. Be back to give you coverage of Game 4, McPherson against St. James, the ladies contest, coming up after this.
If either there's 6-foot kids get the board, they don't bother with an outlet. Their guards just take off running, and their 6-foot girls will push themselves. Kind of like you remember a couple years ago, we had Grace Powell do. If she got a defensive board, Grace was just supposed to push it, and everybody else is just supposed to run. They have 2 kids that do that same thing, and everybody else just flies. So we have to have good defensive transition, good defensive balance once they get set, and we'll have to be ready to guard penetration and kicks. And then penetration kicks again. Just over and over, and they'll eventually shoot 3, but they love to just try it. And get through long closeout and just force another closeout. They're a tough team to guard. They're not inside oriented, but they do get a great job of getting to the pin of the drives and then getting the free throw line off drives as well. It's just a very different attack compared to Winfield tonight. Whatever hands full. They're a very good team, but it should be a great challenge for us. Different style, it should be a great challenge for us for sure.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that matchup, Coach, tomorrow at Shawnee Mission Northwest. But any final thoughts we have for catching up with you again tomorrow?
No, just, we hope to have a safe trip. It's going to be a great game, great test for us. And hopefully we go into Christmas break on a positive note. Whether it's win or loss, we can have a positive note. We hit like crazy. Take that little wire and we'll see what happens. Yeah, we have Christian to win, and we're going to have 4 hours off. I know that. It's going to be a great game.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Playing Santa isn't always easy. Holiday stress levels are high. At least the people buying for keeps growing. Cripples and Ukraine, you can take the stress out of your holiday shopping with these gift cards. They're the safe and easy way to ensure your loved one a perfect gift they've always wanted. Stop by today. Get your holiday easy gift card at Great Plains Federal Credit Union. We're located in the first slide over in Evelyn. Member, CUA.
Hi friends, this is Dave Summer. People often ask me if and when they can switch from one Medicare supplement. The answer is that you can switch at any time.
You can give it 10 more, that would be
from the company. In other words,